Shout out to the 𝙗𝙬𝙙𝙬 playlist, shout out to Blackbird Collective, shout out to Squad Life 2.0, shout out to Global Vision TV, and don't forget RB TV.
Just wish you could see how I'm on the outside looking in. Baby, cause it's your
Alright, tell people who you are.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Ana Monae, repping 757. What's good? My Instagram is _ANAMONAE. Once again, that's _ANAMONAE. Ana Monae. Check me out on all platforms. And also, I want to give a shout out to the 𝙗𝙬𝙙𝙬 playlist, the Blackbird Collective here in Richmond, Virginia, and DJ 𝙗𝙬𝙑𝙾. Shout out to y'all. Much love.
Okay, Anna. What first got you into doing music?
I'd probably say my family.
Okay.
My family, like my mom. Like I told, I told everybody upstairs earlier. It's really crazy because people they tend to compare me to like 𝘗𝙤𝙙 or Jill Scott, and it's funny because the night my mom found out she was pregnant with me, she was at a Jill Scott concert, and 𝘗𝙤𝙙 opened up for her when she was like 15. I thought that was crazy.
That's pretty great. So I guess your mom inspired you to make music, which would have been my next question. What would you describe how you create your music?
How I create my music, I've never been the type to like say, oh, I'm gonna write this type of song. It's just like what I'm feeling at the time. I'll put it on paper, and it might just sound good.
Okay.
If it doesn't sound good, I'm gonna try to make it sound good.
You got any projects out right now?
I do. I have 2 singles out called Switched on Me and Prayers. And also my first EP came out almost a year ago in June. Y'all go check that out on all platforms now. Ana Monae, A Proper Introduction.
Okay. You got any videos for any of those projects?
I have my first music video coming out soon.
And what's that for?
It's for my first song on the EP called Real Friends. If you go listen to it, you're going to know what a real friend is by the time you're done with it.
Okay, so go check that out. If you could open up a show for anybody, who would you open up a show for?
𝘗𝙤𝙗 Sullivan.
Okay.
I'd open up for 𝘗𝙤𝙗 Sullivan in a heartbeat. I'd do anything for her.
Okay. So, who would you collab with?
I just have to pick one person.
Oh, you can say a multitude of people, whoever you like to.
Jasmine, her, Jill Scott, Missy Elliott, Pharrell, Timbaland. I'm gonna leave it there for now.
Missy Elliott is definitely a dope artist to work with.
Especially she repping VA too.
Yes.
Like,
and the 757.
Yes. Come on.
Like everybody, most people do sing in the shower. Do you sing in the shower and get a lot of inspiration by singing in the shower?
So I sing in the shower, but recently I've discovered that like I have a lot of inspiration when I'm in the car, and like I just won't have the music on or anything. I'll just be writing in silence, and then all of a sudden I'll start like spitting out melodies that like sound kind of cool or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, that's a lot of people I've ran into. They like to travel and see different things and different objects, and certain objects might give you like I don't know what they are, colors.
It's just like a kind of comfort when you alone in the car, ain't nobody else in there. It's just you and silence and a void that you can feel if you want to, and you just like.
All right.
There's just a lot of
where have you performed before?
Where have I performed? So I performed in Atlanta this past December. Shout out to Boss Entertainment, TNT. They had us out there. I performed in North Carolina in Greensboro at the Earth Girls Fest. Shout out to y'all too. I love y'all so much. The vibe was great. And of course, I performed a little bit all around Virginia. Sadly, this is only my second time performing in Richmond.
What was your first time?
My first one was like the first round when I first started working with Moss. That was the first round for that. So And then they started like choosing people to go to Atlanta from there. So.
Okay. You got any future performances, and what's the venue that you might be performing at?
Yes, I definitely want to shout out my upcoming performance this Saturday, March 26th. Y'all come check it out in Hampton. Look on my Instagram for the Addy. We're dropping it on the day of. Y'all come and check it out. It's gonna be dope. Shout out to 𝙄𝙤𝙙𝙞𝙬 Check his Instagram out too for more info.
If you could perform anywhere, where would you want to perform at? Like on a big stage, or even if it's small?
I feel like I want to perform like big stage, like Grammys or Coachella. Definitely Coachella. That's a dream. And then I wish that I could perform at the Apollo. I'm very sad that I didn't get to do that before they closed. But you never know. Maybe they'll be like,
House of Blues?
I could do House of Blues. That would be dope too. But I don't know. It's just something about that nostalgic feel about Showtime at the Apollo. You know.
Yeah.
Maybe one day they'll be like, if you want to use it, I'll let you.
Because if you ain't getting booed by the Sandman, you know you're doing great.
I'm praying.
How do you feel that the internet has impacted the music industry?
Well, it definitely has a big impact. I think that's how we move from like CDs and real albums. And of course, people still collect records, but they don't like play them as much as they used to. Because now we have like streams and just EPs and LPs. I look, miss CDs. I used to have a bomb-ass CD player that my mom gave me.
Yeah, for sure. Do you feel like it brought in some unwanted music?
Definitely.
Okay.
Like, I feel like a lot of people, they just use music as a means of just getting money sometimes. And I'm not saying that people can't do what they want with music, like it's your choice. But a lot of people, a lot of the greats at least, have used music as like, that's their way of expressing themselves, and that's the one thing in the world they feel like they can do best. And they took that shit and they ran with it, and they made it their world, and that's why we look up to them now. Now people just use it for themselves.
And any producers you would like to work with?
Like I said, Missy Elliott and Pharrell Tim, of course. Even though he's losing his mind a little bit, I still want to work with Kanye. Like, let's be honest, that's a bomb-ass producer. That man is talented as hell.
His creative process maybe is what makes people look at him like he's going crazy, but I think it's just a creative process.
Yeah, that's what we'll call it. And then, is there anyone else right now? It's a bunch of producers I want to work with. Oh, I gotta shout out Swizz Beatz too.
What is the best advice you think somebody has ever gave you? Whether music or just personal life experience type thing.
With everything that I've been through in like the past 2 years, mind you, y'all, I ended my senior year of high school. Today was the anniversary of that in a pandemic. So honestly, I think the best advice I probably would have gotten or have gotten is just take my time. I mean, if you really look at it, in the past 2 years that I've had, I've done a lot to get to here. I graduated from high school. I was in the shipyard before I started doing music. And I left the shipyard and started doing music, and my life is only going up. So take your time.
So we know you're talented in singing and performing. What's your least talented thing that you can do? Favorite talented thing that you can do?
My favorite talented thing that I can, or my least favorite?
Yeah. Like, you know, some people can raise their eyebrows, can wiggle their ears, or they can draw.
My least favorite thing that I can do? I have like weird feet. So I can pick things up with my feet, and like, because of it, my family has given me the nickname McMittens. Like, it's all I hear from my mom and dad and my siblings now. Like, that's literally my name on my Netflix profile. It's like, Mom and Dad get regular, but I get McMittens because I can pick things up with my feet. So.
Okay. What is your favorite song? What is your favorite song to perform?
My favorite song to perform? I have a song called Too Real that I haven't released yet, but I've performed it. I've performed it once, actually. I've only performed it once. And it was when I was in Atlanta, and I kind of, like, my friends kind of thought I was possessed for a minute when I performed it. Because I just, like, I was kind of just in my own world, just going crazy with it. But it was, I really love that song, so that's probably my best song.
How do you think the crowd took that song?
Well, I think the crowd really liked it. At least that's what I could tell from their reaction. But even then, like, every time I get off the stage, I'm always going to my friends, like, did people see that they like it? Did y'all like it? Was it good? Like, did it seem like other people? So.
What would you be doing right now if you wasn't doing music?
Honestly, I'd either probably be back at the shipyard or probably just be a normal college sophomore.
What were you doing at the shipyard?
I was an M53 inside machinist, so I had to make the parts for the ship on this big ass machine called a lathe. And like you had to like turn all these gears and like metal would be flying at you for a couple minutes.
Is there any one message that you could give your fans?
Damn. That's a good question. No one's asked me that one yet. Damn, that is a very hard question. I probably spread the gospel that I got. Take your time. Take your time. I feel like especially people in this generation, millennials and Gen Z and shit, we think that just because we see all this stuff that other people got nowadays, we gotta do that. Especially like, no offense to them, but like influencers on TikTok, like these normal kids out of nowhere, they got famous and now they got 2.3 million followers and $100,000 in their bank account every couple weeks. Take it to them. You gonna find it. You'll be okay.
What is the most trouble you ever gotten into in life?
Most trouble I've ever gotten into? My 17th birthday. I had already gotten caught. My parents, all of my family knows I smoke weed now. This was like before my family knew I smoked weed. And I had already gotten caught earlier in the year for smoking at my house. But my 17th birthday, I had a hotel room. But it was thankfully, it was just like me and my close friends. People that I'm still friends with today. And we had just finished smoking, but we smoked the bathroom out. And we were airing it out. And as soon as we opened the door and we came back by the beds and stuff, my mom and my aunt came in. I forgot they had said they were gonna come and check on us because it was like midnight and they still hadn't come. So I'm like, they must be in bed, like they chilling. They come through the door. Immediately they know what's up. My aunt is like, pack this shit up, it's time to go. My mom is like, what the hell is wrong with you? I'm bawling. I'm like, please send me my friends go. Please send me my friends go. I'm half high, I smoked, I had an edible, I was off my ass. That shit was so sad.
If you could change anything in the industry, what would that be?
I definitely, of course, I think that might be a little cliche, but I definitely have to say like the stigma on women, on a lot of female performers. I mean, males, they kind of have a stigma, but at the same time, they're more accepted. They might get made fun of a little bit, but they're still like respected in the game. Like, we have all type of different size, colors, ethnicity, rappers, like take T.I., Rick Ross, Daddy Yankee, all 3 different types of dudes, but they're still very highly respected. Meanwhile, we may have like Rihanna, Lizzo, 𝘿𝙈𝙑𝙙𝙀. Out of all of them, the one that's probably gonna get made fun of the most is Lizzo, as we've seen. So
I can definitely understand that. So what's next for you?
I'm getting the hell out of Virginia. That's what's next for me. We taking it worldwide for sure. Trying to get people to know me.
Okay.
And not like just to know me. I want people to know me because they know my music. I don't care if you follow me on Instagram or whatever. You damn sure gonna listen to what I gotta say on this song.
Yeah, that's the most important thing, you know what I mean? Some people just look at it as, hey, I got these followers, instead of, hey, this is what I got these followers doing. They're actually listening and following what I have to put out there. Like you said, the gospel.
The reason they are following you is just because they want to see what you got out next and what you about to do if you going on tour or something. That's what I want.
Okay, so
Watch out for that.
we're about to wrap it up. So let the people know where to find you at once again.
Once again, y'all, my name is Ana Monae. Y'all can follow me on Instagram at _ANAMONAE. My music is out on all platforms. Once again, ANAMONAE. And last time, I want to shout out the Virginia Premiere Playlist, Blackbird Collective here in Richmond, and my DJ 𝙤𝙤𝙙𝙀𝙀. Love y'all.
And tell them that show that's coming up for you too. One more time.
Oh yeah, March 26th, Saturday, Hampton, I think. So y'all just make sure y'all watch out for that address. Make sure y'all follow me and I'll have updates for y'all on that.
All right, thank you. Love the interview.
Thank you.